Hello, Aquarius. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Bonefire Tarot by Gabby Angus West. There's a website at the bottom of that. Schifferbooks.com, I believe, with 2 F's. So if you want to search out this creator or other people that this publisher is connected with, you might want to do that. Supportive Oracle cards, Queen of the Moon Oracle by Stacey DeMarco. Website on this one is rockpoolpublishing.com.au at the bottom. So if you want to see other artists they're connected with and other decks this person has, I know they have a bunch of decks. There you go. The Rockpool Publishing, I think that's the one I went on. I'm almost 100% sure. My brain is faltering. But I think that's the one I went on, and I ended up in this rabbit hole of decks, and it was wonderful. I was card drunk there for a while. So if you're into, cards and decks and other stuff, that might work for you. Okay, what do we got going on? There's a big open spot here. Let's find out for what. All right, starting off, you've got resistance. I don't think this is a challenge for you. Aquarius, when you have to say something, you say stuff. And if you don't want to do something, you're not going to do it. That's just how it is. That's my impression of Aquarius. Kind of like if it doesn't make sense, it doesn't look right, you don't want to do it, it's not going to happen, and that's that. It reminds me, my grandmother was an Aquarius, and she was very strong. And if it didn't make sense, she wasn't going to be a part of it. That's just how that was. She didn't make any bones about it either. She didn't like it, she let you know. This is what's starting off, and I feel like you're not getting involved with something, and you're letting this other side know, like, listen, that's not right. I don't like the way that looks. That doesn't make sense to me. Not doing it. It's very cut and dry. It's kind of like you have something to say, bam, that's what it is. And you say what you have to say. Now, there's a lot of energy going on here in the environment. And I'm getting the 10 of Cups. The 10 of Cups is a good card. Somebody thinks they're going to win you over. And I feel like they're showing you, you've already said how you felt about it. And they're realizing, 10 of Cups, alright, if I want to win the Aquarius over, I'm going to have something of solid value. I'm going to have to show them something they haven't seen yet. I'm going to have to show them why this is worth it. But I'm going to have to give them new information. And they know that. They're going to have to give you new information. They got the 9 of Cups and the Knight of Cups at the same time. They seem to be very confident. All they got to do is give more information and show you more of the ins and outs and give you more facts to work with, and this could go better. That's how they feel. I just got to give the Aquarius more information. I just got to talk with them more so I can help fill in some of the blanks. They feel very confident that, they just got to come towards you on your terms, give you the information that you need. It's got to be factual. It's got to be real. I feel like they know that if they try to BS you, that's not gonna make it. So they're coming forward with this. Here's what I need. Here's what you need. Here's the information you're missing. This is why I think this is actually a good idea. I know you're saying you don't want to, but I think you're missing a bunch of information. I just want to give you this information to show you why it's not that way. It's actually this way. All right, so you got this Hunger card, but I'm getting obviously there's a big moon there. I'm getting a very strong moon feel here. They bring forth to you a lot of information, but it's kind of like they're telling you the truth about what they know and how much they know and where they're getting the information from. That moon energy is really strong. It's enticing. I feel like it's enticing, but part of it's also kind of like the mystery of the moon. Kind of like, I don't know. That's kind of like the hunger pulling in there. Like, I don't know. You don't doubt the authenticity of this person. You're just doubting if it's really a good idea for you to be a part of it. And you're like, I don't know. You're thinking about it. You are thinking about whatever they're giving you here. But there's a mystery here. And you're like, well, I wasn't going to be a part of it. And I'm not really sure I should be still. You're not convinced yet. But I'm getting like the gratitude, like whoever's giving you this information is saying they're just thankful that you're listening to them. They understand you got to do what you got to do. But they just wanted to make sure you had the information that they have before you make your final decision. And it's weird because it's almost like, well, I thought I already did make my final decision. But you are subjective to new information. New information coming towards you that could make a difference, and you'll hash through that new information. You'll do that. I like, doesn't mean you're going to go left or right with it, but you'll absorb it and like take it into consideration. You get the death card coming in next. I think you're saying no. They come forward with new information. They're thinking they're going to win you over. They're really nice and very happy about it, very excited, very self-confident about it. But when all is said and done, no. When I'm holding this card, you're like, no, I already made up my mind. Thank you for the extra information. Thank you for telling me why you're feeling the way you're feeling, but no, I'm not going to do that. And it does seem, it's not lost on you that like it's a little bit like you just don't think it's a smart idea. You're just like, I just don't think it's a good idea. I just don't think it's a good idea. That's what I keep feeling. Like, I just don't think it's a good idea. The self-love here is kind of like part of you does want to do it, but you're like, no, I don't think it's a good idea. No, I just don't. Thank you for the extra information, but no, I'm definitely done. I'm not going to do this. And it's peaceful. You're just like putting it out there. Like, it's very peaceful. Like, all right, I appreciate the extra information. You came to me in a very positive way. I will tell you my honest response to this is no. They're heartbroken about that. They got the Three of Swords. And they're not sure what they're going to go forward with next, but now it weighs on them very heavily that you don't want to be a part of this situation. It weighs on them very heavily. Because now, even though you got all that extra information, you're still saying no, and you told them why. I don't feel anything secretive here. You told them why and how you feel and where you're going with it and why you're not going to be a part of it. You explained it. It weighs on them very heavily. Now they got to think about, okay, I mean, the Aquarius was honest with me and told me why. How do I feel about that? There's energy here. They have to make up their own mind. They have to make up their own mind. Are they going to still go forward with this? I think so. I think they're going to go forward without you. Because they have the King of Wands, that's action, that's somebody taking initiative. They're going to go forward without you. I also see you kind of like over to the side here, holding on to new ideas and kind of like, all right, well, keep me in contact. Let me know how it goes. They're letting you know how it goes. They're keeping you in earshot with what's going on. Even though you're not a part of the actual situation, they are keeping you informed. And I feel like there's a weird, it's very like, because you're not going to do it. You made up your mind. But I feel like you're kind of waiting it out and seeing how it really plays out. You're kind of like, I'm curious to see how it actually plays out. I just didn't think it was worth getting involved with for me, but I'm curious how it really goes through. And I'm getting like, there's definitely this, without you there, there's this definite void. And it seems to bother this person a lot. I mean, again, you're just kind of waiting it out with the patience, trying to see how does this really work out. I think you made the right decision. I mean, it's subjective. These are general reads, so you got to decide for yourself, you know. Take it with a grain of salt and all the other good stuff. But you got balance coming in with the King of Cups. I feel like you're going to feel like you made the right decision. They're going to feel like they made the right decision. They're going to keep you involved and connected with it. But I do feel like everybody at the end here feels like they made the right decision for what they did. The King of Cups, I really do feel both sides feel like they made the right decision for different reasons. You feel like you did what was right for you, and you stand behind that. They feel like they did what was right for them, and they stand behind that. It's kind of like a stalemate to me. I want more to come from this. I just feel like when it's all said and done, you feel confident with what you did, they feel confident with what they did. It's not a point of contention. I really think it's a point of perception. Each side, you think you were right for this reason, and that makes sense. They think they were right for that reason, and that makes sense to them. There's no, like, I don't know, there doesn't seem to be like a common ground where you both agree, but you both feel like, I don't know. That's weird to me. Like, there's no conflict at the end of it. There's not that you want one, not that you need one. It seems very strange to me because it feels like you're letting it go, especially after it's said and done. You're like, well, I feel like I did what was right, and I'm moving on from it. This seems to move on like that. Like it's just kind of like goes back into history, and we just move on from it. Very uneventful. I don't know what I was expecting from it, but I feel like you're doing what's the best for you. I don't know what to say. That's really blowing me away. Because I was wondering where this was going to go. I was hoping this would come together in a really positive energy. But I'm feeling like this is just one of those moments where, you know, you and whoever this is has a difference of opinion, and you're both okay with that. And that's how it ends. And that's that. There's nothing left to discuss afterwards. Which Aquarius is really good at, like, hashing things out and kind of like, now that it's over, let's talk it out. What was right, what was not right. Like, really going through the nitty-gritty of it. But I don't think there's enough information to really change anybody's opinion about anything. You know what I mean? They're not going to change their opinion. You're not going to change your opinion. And it's just kind of like, it's one of those things where I just want to let it go. I just want it to go away anyway. I think that's why. I don't think you really want to get involved with it anymore. Kind of like, you know, it's over. Let's just let it be over. And I just feel like you're pushing it on. Like, just let it go. Let's move on from it. I think you want to move on from it. I think that's literally why. All right, that's what I got. I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.